Hey lovelies, welcome back to reviews and recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Miss Wanda and her obsession with Melody Shari Rogers. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and everyone please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. And let's get into today's video. So shout out to Show Style and Spirit for this tea. Now let's get into it. So Wanda recently brought up Melody again. Now, for those of you who may be new to this channel, you may not know that Wanda be talking about Melody all the time. I feel like she's always like looking for opportunities to say something. It's like, girl, nobody cares about you. No one is thinking about you, ma'am. Like, just move on. But for some reason, I feel like she's stuck on Melody. This is my opinion. You guys are allowed to disagree because I feel like it's not like there's anything new that she has against Melody. It almost seems like old, stale BS. Like, let it go. I feel like sometimes the way some of these people act, you think like Melody took their man. Like the way they be so stuck on her is just shocking to me. Like what would be the point in that? So Wanda basically insinuated that she was still upset about Melody putting Tisha out. Now, that was like in season 2 of freaking Love and Marriage Huntsville. That was years ago, and she's still upset. Tisha herself is probably no longer upset. I don't even know if she can still remember at this point. Like, why are you so... Now, I appreciate that parents and friends and family always root for you and will always like be upset at someone that's upset you in the past, even when you're over it. I get that. But at the same time, it's like you keep speaking on this woman. Just leave her alone. Like, her and your daughter don't have beef no more. Like, just leave her alone and you do your thing, right? Let her do what she's doing. So for me, I was just like, girl, like, why are we still talking about this in 2024? Like, this is something that should have been left in like 29, maybe 2020 or something. I don't know. Like, a while back, seriously. I think if I had one wish, I would say, I long for the day when Wanda no longer thinks about Melody Shari Rogers, when she focuses on what is more important, which is her daughter and her grandchildren and all the amazing things that may be happening on that side of life. Like, focus on that. Let it go. It's not that serious. She put her out of an event. Like, can we put things in its real perspective? Like, put things in its real place, for goodness sake. We're acting like, or Wanda is acting, let me get it right. Wanda is acting like this is some big, huge deal, right? This is, yeah, you got put out of an event. It's not going to be the first time. Probably it's not going to be the last time, is it? Like, move on. It's not that deep. The other thing she mentioned also was, the craziness that happened at the relaunch of Madoni. Honestly, I feel like when I think about Love and Marriage Huntsville, sometimes that scene plays in my head, and it's one of the most disappointing scenes that I remember from the show. Like, I was just thinking, like, seriously, like, why did it have to escalate to the point where you're talking about people's children? Like, no, there is no excuse for that. That is just a madness to me. So on this live, she was talking about like pretty much what happened in the lead up to that scene in front of Madoni. And she was like, she feels like Melody put herself in that situation for her to come after the Eminem kids, hair, and the paternity of Sugar Mama. How sway? Like, what is it that Melody could have done that would have put herself in a situation for you to come after the children's hair? This is something that grows out of their head, their scalp, for goodness sake. What can they do about it? Nothing. Why are you commenting on people's or kids' hair? It just doesn't make any sense. These are things that could trigger insecurities in children, like from a young age. Like, why would you think that is appropriate? And this is the thing. I feel like sometimes the thing about Wanda is I think she takes things too far. Like, there is surface shade, there is a little bit of shade, a little bit of this here and there, But to be talking about something that someone cannot really change, that is coming out of their scalp, is a madness to me. Like, I don't really believe in that nonsense. Like, I don't think that's fair. And then it makes it worse. Like, when it's a child involved, it's like, seriously, now we're talking about children. Like, we can't focus on the adults. Like, let's not act like you don't have things that you could say about any adult. Why did you have to take it that low to talk about the children? And I always think sometimes people don't like think about how they would feel in that situation. Like, think about it for a second. If Melody had gone off talking about Tisha's children, you will have such a problem. She ain't even done all of that. You still have this much issues and problems with her, right? Imagine what you would have done if she had done that. This whole Huntsville would not have been able to contain you because you would be acting a dang fool. Also, my question is, how could Melody have put herself in a situation for her to be questioning the paternity of Sugar Mama? It doesn't make any sense. The person that put them in that situation is Mattel Holt. Let's say that, because he's the one, allegedly, that has been talking or casting doubts about Sugar Mama's paternity. That's where it came from, right? In my opinion, that's where it came from. So I don't understand how people find a way to blame Melody for this. Like, what's Melody got to do with this? Melody is probably like, how did I get in it? Like, how? And this is what I say to people, right? You don't have to like this woman for you to be like, wrong is wrong and right is right, right? Speaking and saying things about someone's kid's hair, paternity, these are things that could affect them long term. This is not, lighthearted jokes and shady every now and then, just here and there. These are like serious things. And so like it gets really frustrating when I feel like people don't know what the line is, or they know what the line is and they go straight to hell. Like, they're just like, I do not care. I must say what I want to say. And it is really, it's not fair. It's not fair on the children. Like, think about the children growing up and seeing some of these things being said about them, or growing up and then seeing like things said about the paternity of Sugar Mama. Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, I can't imagine like growing up and then thinking like, oh, isn't my daddy because of what people are saying? Like, that's just not a place for anyone to grow up. Also, I better not forget, Wanda said something about Tisha should have slapped that bee. Now, first of all, why are you still calling her a bee? Like, let it go. You have so much bitterness. Like, what is the root? Like, what is going on with you, Wanda? What aren't you happy about? What is going on deep within yourself? Because as someone who is happy, full of joy, I can't imagine constantly talking and being so angry about something someone did years ago. That ain't even that serious. Like, it's not on the level of what Mattel has done, right? Like, because I know people would be like, oh, but you go in on Mattel. Perspective, guys. Mattel has done a lot of things and continues to do a lot of things. That's a different thing. Like, let's not act like Tisha has been put out of Mel's event anytime soon or recently, in recent times. That hasn't happened. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let's continue the conversation. Don't forget to smash that like button. Please make sure you share and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you still haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, girl. Please subscribe and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.